this is Morgan with Island Music Company in Maryland. I'm here at the NAMM Show 2016. I'm here with Mark. He's going to tell us all about how Taylor has some new stuff for this year. Mark, why don't you tell us about the new Taylor products for 2016?
All right. So this year, one of the cool things we've done is we've done what we call 12 and 12, where we're talking a lot about our 12-string guitars and our 12-fret guitars. And a lot of that's because last year on the road doing road shows, the 12-string guitars took off for us really well with our 150. And also we've had a pretty good heritage with 12 strings. We started doing those in the early, mid-70s. Our 12-fret guitars have really taken off as well. People are finding they love kind of a more vintagey vibe, but with a modern voicing. And then our 300 series, we've added some different wood characteristics to it and a couple of different models to it. And our 500 series, we've completely revamped, similar to what we did with our 600 series and our 800 series over the last couple of years.
Great. So what's different this year?
Well, the 12 strings, we kind of made big versions and small versions, so now we cover the entire line of body shapes that we have. But particularly starting with the 12 string here, we have something that nobody has, and that is it's a grand concert. It's our smallest body shape in a 12 string, but also as a 12th fret. And when we talk about 12th fret, we're talking about is where the neck attaches to the body of the guitar. By making a 12th fret guitar, it's kind of cool. It brings the bridge further down into the sound, the lower bout here. Gives a little warmer tone. But more importantly, we wanted to create a 12 string that virtually anybody can play. Because I don't know if you know, but in the past, 12 strings are typically really big guitars. Heavy action, they don't stay in tune very well. It can be very intimidating to play them. And so by creating a smaller, more comfortable, intimate 12 string, we figured we get a lot of people, they can kind of get their hands around it a little bit easier. So maybe if you're a 6-string player or an electric guitar player. And it sounds amazing. In fact, check this out. See how balanced it is? It's got a lot of power. You wouldn't expect a lot of power out of a smaller body guitar like this, but the balance and the power out of it's just been amazing. And quite honestly, it's probably my favorite guitar of the week so far, the show so far.
Nice.
But on the other end of the spectrum from this is we still have those people that want to play big, loud, great sounding 12 strings. And because of the way we build our guitars and the way our necks are, we always have great action and we have great intonation, which is really important for a 12 string. So on our 858, which is our biggest grand orchestra body in our 800 series, that's the Indian rosewood and Sitka spruce. It's one of the best wood combinations, or most commonly used because it just sounds great. So we put that into a 12 string. Andy Powers revoiced it, did the whole thing, made it sound absolutely amazing. And so if you're that person that wants to dominate the musical conversation in a very good way, you can lay into this guitar, and the more you give it, the more it'll give back to you. So that's our 850-80. It's really cool, yeah. You want to talk about the 300 series?
Yeah.
Let's do it. So 300 series is one of our series that we sell tons of. People love them. It's at a great price point, American-made guitars. And this year what we've done is we've added blackwood mahogany to the combinations because it's a wonderful wood combination. And what blackwood is, it's kind of interesting. It's from Tasmania. It's a lot of old growth trees that are still, very, ethically harvested, responsibly harvested. There's a lot of it. But it's also a great wood to work with. And talking to Andy Powers, who designs these guitars, he's talking about how it takes glue really well and it takes finishing really well. So the fact that it's abundant and ethically harvested, all those things, and it finishes well, but on top of all that, you string it up and play it and it sounds amazing because it's from the acacia family, which is part of the koa family.
Okay.
So it has some sonic traits of koa. It has some sonic traits of mahogany, and it's got a little bit of shimmer on the top end of what Indian rosewood would typically do. So it's this very versatile sound, it's very rich, warm, a little more power to it. So the 300 series is an incredible adjustment there. And then ultimately, what you're really here for is the 500 series. No. The 500 series, this 562 is mahogany, it's in our series. But what we did there is we rebraced every guitar to the body specific, and that's really important for us at Taylor because over the last couple of years we redid the 600 series, the 800 series, the 900 series, where Andy went in and did bracing specific to each body shape. And what that does is it optimizes each body shape to sound the best it possibly can with the wood and the body shape combined. So with the 500 series, we've made that vamp. We kind of gave mahogany a lot of love this year. And then in addition to that, we started putting Lutz spruce on the top of it on the 510 and on the 516. What that means to you, it's a cool story. I just heard the story today actually, so I knew what Lutz was, but this is a cool version of it. Lutz spruce, Sitka spruce is what we use often, and a lot of people like Engelmann spruce. Well, Sitka spruce is from closer to the ocean area, closer to the shoreline. It's a little wetter, a little bit warmer. When you get to Engelmann spruce, it's up in the mountains. It's drier, a little colder, right? So about halfway through, somewhere in the valleys or wherever, they found these woods that did a naturally occurred hybrid. So these trees kind of found each other. So Sitka and Engelmann meshed and made this hybrid Lutz. So Lutz, it's similar to Sitka, but it has a little bit of the sonic charm of the Engelmann. And on top of that, it has a little more power like Adirondack. Adirondack is really kind of the holy grail. Think pre-World War II guitars with the Adirondack. That's like the powerhouse. So with the new Lutz now, we have this ability to have this incredible sounding spruce, has a little more power, a little more chime to it, but all the benefits of working with Sitka, because Sitka was pretty much put on this earth to be a guitar top, you know. So it's kind of cool. It's some good stuff.
It was beautiful. I got to see it earlier.
You did? Yeah. There's well, we can show you the 858 really quick, and then we'll show you the Lutz 510 if we can find it. So here's the 858. This is our grand orchestra, much bigger. And this is just a cannon, obviously. You hit those lower notes, you can hear that. It's kind of shaking the whole booth, right? So here's our 510. The special part of this is we do have the Lutz spruce on this guitar, but we've also done a shorter scale length on this neck, which is a different feel. It's just kind of a cool thing. We also have a V carve on the back of the neck, and then we have this cool little slotted peg head, just kind of a throwback, pretty vintagey.
Yeah.
And another guitar, just had a lot of warmth. It's really solid, great sounding guitar, and people seem to really be gravitating towards this guitar as well.
Yeah,
So
I think it's going to be a great one this year.
yeah, a lot of good stuff. So the 12 strings we covered, so a lot of great stuff in the 12 string department, a lot of great 12 frets, our 300 series with the blackwood and the mahogany, and our 500 series with the Lutz, and it's a lot of good stuff.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was great. And then if you want to check out more information, go on our website at www.islandmusicco.com and check out our Facebook page, Island Music Company. Thanks, guys.